In today's video, I'm sharing farmhouse DIY thrift store makeovers that are nature inspired. Welcome to CreArtive by Nature DIY and Decor. My name is Donna. So for the first project, I'm using this cake tin, and as you can see, it's no longer usable. There's a bit of rust, and I'm going to give it a coat of this craft paint and baking soda paint mixture. Now, I don't have any chalk paint left and I wanted to use chalk paint, so I thought, well, I'm gonna try out the baking soda paint. I have used it before and I really like it. I give it 2 to 3 coats of the paint and allow it to dry well in between. This paint has quite a bit of texture to it. It's not quite the same as chalk paint, so keep that in mind if you're using it. And the recipe is down below. Once the pan is all dry, I am now going to add some scraps of floral foam that I had in my stash. I'm going to glue it at the bottom, so I'm covering up the lettering in the pan. I'm generously applying hot glue and then pushing it into place and allowing the glue to set. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know how much I love to add natural elements to my decor. I have this large piece of birch bark that I had forged from the forest floor, and I'm cutting it down into more manageable pieces. This piece is great because it's got lots of texture and it's fairly flat. So I'm just going to continue to cut it up and then I'll show you what I do with it. Once I have the birch bark cut down, I am now going to be covering up the front portion of the floral foam. So I'm just eyeballing it here and I'm just cutting it down to shape, and I'm just kind of measuring as I go along, as you can see here. And I'm just going to continue to cut it until it fits inside the pan. Once you have your birch bark cut down to size, you're going to generously apply some hot glue, apply the bark to the front of your floral foam, press and hold into place till the glue sets. A great alternative to the bark would be to use some scrapbook paper. I know not everybody can get birch bark, so keep that in mind. Now I have a little bit of a gap there at the bottom, so I'm just taking some little pieces of the birch bark and I'm gluing them into place. And that'll cover up that bottom edge. So I have the desired amount of birch bark on my piece, and now I want to cover up the floral foam. So I'm using this preserved reindeer moss, applying some hot glue and then pressing it onto the floral foam. Just be careful that you don't use too much hot glue, as I'm going to be sticking some faux flowers into the foam. So here I have a selection from Dollar Tree and my local dollar store, and I really love these flowers. They look like I went out into the garden or a meadow and picked them. I'm just cutting them down and then sticking them into the foam. It's okay for this to kind of have a wild look. That's what I'm wanting to go for. So I'm just going to layer in my flowers and some greenery until I have the desired look I like. I love these little roses that I picked up from Dollar Tree. Here I'm just cutting some down to a smaller size and using some hot glue to put them into place. I didn't bother using some hot glue in the other stems because I like to be able to reuse those. And here we have a beautiful display. I put mine on an easel. You could definitely create a hanger. Just remember to use some really strong adhesive. Today's video is part of the Thrifted Thursday collaboration by my friend Cathrine from A Perfect Place to Start. I'm going to have her channel link down below so you can pop on over and check out all the inspiration over on her channel as well as the project she made. For my next DIY, I'm using this really unique tiered tray that I found a while back. Here, I'm just giving it a cleaning. I love the shape of this. It is definitely something I've never seen before, and I was so excited to find it. So again, since I didn't have any chalk paint, I'm using my craft paint and baking soda mixture, and I'm going to give this 2 to 3 coats of the paint. Again, this is going to create quite a bit of texture, but I am okay with that. So I'm just going to continue to paint it and allow it to dry well in between coats. Now, on the inside of each box, I did just use regular craft paint. That is by choice, but feel free to use whatever you have on hand. So here I'm just using the craft paint on the inside. I did attempt to use my baking soda and craft paint mixture, but I just didn't like the texture it was creating on the inside, so I just decided to use regular craft paint. So I allowed the tray to dry well overnight, and then the next day I decided to distress my piece. So I'm just using a sanding block and I'm distressing the edges of my piece, and I am going to make sure I pay attention to the handle. I really love the way this looks. I think it just adds so much texture and dimension. You definitely don't have to do this part. This is completely optional, but I really like how it turns out. So I decided to use some varnish on this piece. I am using the satin finish from DecoArt, and I find that when I add varnish, it just really helps the distress marks that I created really stand out. So this is completely optional. You'll see here how the color from underneath really shows now. Allow the varnish to dry well, and once dry, you can then decorate your piece. So again, I'm going for that natural look, and I collected some things from within my home. I have these beautiful florals from Dollar Tree and this little cactus sign. I've added some real branches that have got some lichen and moss on them. There's also a beautiful ceramic butterfly, some more lichen, and just some little touches that reminded me of nature. As always, I absolutely love to know which one was your favorite. For some more inspiration, check out this video to the right. I want to say a big thank you to Cathrine for inviting me. Don't forget to check out her channel. The link is down below. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.